technology is working today. Surprise me. Okay.
At least Germany is one famous for technology, or isn't it?
Well, yeah, oh, yes. Okay, and you have a microphone working here. So, you can start.
So 1-1, sagt man in Hamburg, oder? Good morning from my side. I just have to train my Hamburg language, I think, but it's my first time here, so excuse me. So I hope you had a good evening yesterday, and the discussion was interesting for you.
Nochmal rausziehen und wieder reinstecken.
Just was talking good about German technology.
Wait a minute. Once again. Lukas.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I try to not touch. Okay, once again, my name is Sven Pöllauer. I'm from ÖBB Holding, Corporate Affairs Department. I deal with passenger branch issues on the European and international level, and I work a lot with night trains these days because, as you might know, in 2016 we had a very small night train network. And due to DB's decision to cancel their night trains, we really had to try to move it up and bring the organization up very, very quick, which is not possible with the people working for our passenger branch department. So we from ÖBB Holding help our guys like Kultbauer, etc. there as well. Just let me say some words about our company. Come on. Yes. About our company. We have trains and we have buses because we have as many people transported by buses from our company each year than by train. But all in all, our trains and our buses cover distance from the Earth to the Sun and back a year. And we are very proud that 100% of rail energy in Austria is produced CO2 emission-free. So we say we have a reduction of 3.5 million tons CO2 a year through our company. So we say we are the most climate-friendly company in Austria. And as I said yesterday, our trains have a punctuality around 96% in 2018. But as I said, on the international routes, it's much harder to be on time due to a lot of reasons we discussed yesterday and we can discuss today. Some more figures. We have 261 million train passengers a year, 130 million transported goods. Maybe this is an interesting fact as well. Our ÖBB Rail Cargo Group is the second biggest cargo company, train cargo company in Europe. So we are a small country as Austria, but I think we are global not, but European player in night trains and cargo trains. And we have around 40,000 employees, and this is an interesting fact. Till 2023, 10,000 of these 41,000 people will retire. So we desperately searching for new personnel, especially train drivers, especially people really working on the tracks, etc. We have a real generation gap now in the coming years. So these are our three, we call it premium products: CityJet, Railjet, Nightjet. CityJet, as you know, on the regional routes, with Wi-Fi, with toilets, so it's a real improvement to our old S-Bahn, etc. The Railjet on Fernverkehr, I think we have another meaning of Fernverkehr than in Germany, because Austria is a little bit smaller, but it's on our main routes from Vienna, Salzburg, Innsbruck, and from Vienna, Graz, for them as well to Munich and so on. And the Nightjet we are speaking now. You see here our network. I have some leaflets with me. Maybe who is interested, just take one. As I told you yesterday, we have 26 routes and lines. This is Nightjet, and this is important, also our Nightjet partners. So here you see, this is real Nightjet connections. Austria, Germany, Austria, Italy, which is very, very much like our tourists, more than Austria, Germany, I think. Austria, Germany is also business travelers, and Germany, Switzerland. And we see in the last year really huge demand from Switzerland to Germany as well. It's really improving. All in all, we saw 10% going up the passenger numbers in the Nightjet last year, and especially on the Switzerland-Germany route as well. Yeah, and Nightjet partners. The thing is with our Nightjet partners, to be honest, many people book a Nightjet ticket with Nightjet partner, and we get the feedback, hey, this is another train, this is a MAF train, for example, and I think we have to think about the service. And I was talking yesterday about if you buy a ticket, what is standing on the ticket and what you get for service. It's important to say Nightjet partners are not always our trains, or in most part are not our trains. Yeah, new destinations in 2020 and 2021. Thank you very much. Brussels was done very, very quickly because, to be honest, during the EU election campaign we had and you had in May, a lot of politicians said, hey, why there's no direct train from Vienna to Brussels? So we had to be very quick, and it was a decision of our management to do this Nightjet very quick in beginning next year. And now we see forward, we are looking how many MEPs really will go by Nightjet every session week, but I'm confident a lot of them will do because it's the most comfortable and most climate-friendly way to go to Brussels. And the thing with Brussels is we compete on some Nightjet lines from Vienna, for example, to Brussels, with low-cost carriers, with low-cost airplanes. You can go from Vienna to Berlin around 30 euros one way. To Brussels, one flight ticket, Brussels and back, is around 500 euros. It's hard to get a flight ticket Vienna-Brussels down to 500 euros. So I think this could, on this line, we really can compete on the price as well. So, in Amsterdam 2021, and beautiful destination. Actually, for the German guests here, this will be the Düsseldorf night train. Existing Düsseldorf night train was going forward. That's the planning on this stage. Yeah, we want to have our guests really can choose the different categories from price and from service, from the seating coach for the most affordable way to travel on the Nightjet, the couchette, and the sleeping coach with your own toilets sometimes in the deluxe uptime, and with food and drinks and free access to the ÖBB lounges. We talked yesterday a lot about how do you get your ticket. I hope we have we found a way that you can access your ticket quite easily with nightjet.com. It's the only ÖBB site on the internet which is not with ÖBB on it. It's really a Nightjet site. And you can buy it, of course, at every ÖBB ticket counter. And we have a lot of partners like DB who is selling our tickets, etc., etc. We also have so-called Sparschiene tickets on Nightjet. That's cheaper ticket, but it's binded on one train. But I think so you can go from Vienna to Rome from 29 euros starting in the seating wagon. As I told you yesterday, we invest a lot of money in new trains, in new day trains and in new night as well. It will stay a railjet, basically, railjet 2 generation. We also invest some money in the existing rolling stock. This is important. So we also upgrade our today existing rolling stock in the coming years with Wi-Fi, etc., etc., etc. By the way, is somebody from Switzerland here? Because I was wondering that in SBB trains there's no Wi-Fi, and it's really because for an Austrian it's really really expensive if you have to download data in SBB trains. But it was just a side step. So I think you want to see how it looks like. We have a new system, or we will introduce a new system for our couchettes. This is called mini suite. It's called a little. It looks like a little bit like you know it from Japan. These capsules where you go in and you sleep. You can close it, and you were talking about behavior of the other guests. So you can switch off the behavior of the other guests in this capsule. Yeah. And of course we will have the 4 beds. You see it here from above as well. You see the beds are completely new designed, also the mattress and all. So I think it will have much more sleeping comfort than our existing trains. And we have new deluxe apartments for 1 or for 2 people sleeping, and every deluxe apartment will have toilet and bathroom. Here you see it, shower and bathroom. So this is for 1 person traveling with the Nightjet, but you can do it with 2 as well. But I think this could really attract business people as well, going from Vienna to Zurich, for example, or going from Zurich to Hamburg for a business trip, because we were talking about airplanes and airports yesterday, and I really think what is annoying business travelers is that you have to wait so long on airports. Even you have a lounge access or so, you have to go there 2 hours before, you have to go through security, and you really can work on airplanes, but you can work here easily. You have Wi-Fi, so you can prepare your presentation for the next day, for the next appointment. And I think this could attract a new category of passengers we don't have today so much. Yeah, just some numbers or some facts. This is the business plan 2017, but also in 2018. As I said yesterday, it's no big business. It's no big money for a company to make. That's why so few private companies go in this market. Because as I told yesterday, it's really expensive to produce a night train in Europe. Because long distances means in train business high costs. And as long we do not change the framework from European national politics and infrastructure manager, we will not really get rid of this fact. Yeah, you know all this. What is important? We value-based pricing, so really with Sparschiene, etc. And to conclude, I think. We do it not, as I said, because only earning money, but we see it as really doing something for the environment and for the regional development and the social inclusion as well. As Nightjet, we have the by far largest European night rail framework with 1.5 million passengers, as I said yesterday as well. And it allows really direct mobility for those who search for an alternative to the plane. And that's what we want to be. We want to be an alternative to short-haul, medium-haul planes. And this is important from an Austrian standpoint. We connect not only Vienna, we also connect Graz, Innsbruck, etc., but also German towns like Magdeburg, Freiburg, etc. Smaller cities which have access to an international Nightjet network. Yeah, just some pictures to conclude about our actual Nightjets. Maybe something is important, as you see here, the uniforms. The Nightjets are done not by our employees, but by a company called Newrest. And we get actually very good feedback about our employees in the trains. Of course, you always can improve, but all in all, we get good feedback. Yeah. Who of you already went with Nightjet? Very big number. And who of you will go again with Nightjet? Good. This is a good message that I can bring to you. Yeah. Thank you very much.